Hi everyone, it's Natasha, and today I want to share with you about the fear of being seen, the fear of speaking your truth. Funny, when I'm saying this, my throat starts being a little bit. I must feel quite a lot of fear of being seen right now and speaking up. Excuse me. So, yes, what I wanted to share with you is that many of us, at least the people who are watching my videos and my content, do want to make an impact. We want to make an impact in this world. We want this world to be the most harmonious place and a beautiful place to live in. Be that the impact in our own lives, in our families' lives, or an impact in the world. And then when it comes to the moment where we should really step up for what we believe, we should really use all of our gifts. Many of us suddenly realize that they're having fear of doing that. And we cannot have an impact if we don't fully step into our full power and allow ourselves to be seen as who we are. And myself, I've gone through quite a journey with this lately, and I would love to share this with you because I'm hoping to inspire some of you. And the thing is that many of you might know me as a business coach and a life coach, and I was quite open about the fact that I'm in my personal coachings that if people are ready, that I would be using energy psychology and mind-body tools, and I'm also trained in NLP. So that was always not such an issue for me. But then, over the last few months, after that first wave of awakening where I moved into opening my heart and realizing that I can only heal through opening my heart, and my body started healing because I did not want to heal anymore, but I'll talk about this in another video, so how my healing journey unfolded through opening my heart and just allowing and being in a high vibration and allowing more light in. But what happened over the last few months is that I've awakened to a completely new dimension, and some of you might have read my post about how I experienced some of these transmissions and activations. I need to say, because that's the only word I know for that. And this was completely new territory for me to experience. So one of the things that came through for me was speaking light language. And I never thought this was ever possible. I mean, I knew some people who were speaking light language. I have participated in some programs where somebody would speak light language, but to me it was always like, okay. I didn't have this, like some people have this, wow, it's so strong, and I felt, I don't know what happening, and my third eye opened spontaneously and stuff like that. But through the process I was going through, and I described that in my blog, I've had activations and life language and light language coming through. It is life language, actually. I love that name. I could use it. I could call it life language because it's really so life-giving. And anyway, when I went through that process, I've started being activated, and I literally experienced my third eye opening up, my throat opening up, and I started speaking light language. And at first, of course, I was just like playing around a little bit with it and using it for myself and just sitting by the ocean and sometimes speaking, but then I've had amazing experiences with that. I've had just 2 days ago, I mean, this is now not in the beginning, this is now, but 2 days ago there was a dog who had experienced trauma, and I knew the person who works with this dog, and she didn't realize that, but when the dog came, I started speaking light language, and the dog just snuggled underneath me and wanted to be pet and showed so much affection and love, and she was like, whoa, this is really special. The dog doesn't show affection to many people. Usually she would just go. And I just continued speaking, and the dog stayed and stayed and stayed until I stopped speaking light language. Or another time, that was more in the beginning when I discovered that, and it still happens, is that I had pain in my leg. And I started speaking light language, and the pain just left. And I had so many experiences. I don't want to go into detail now, because I could speak for half an hour about light language. But what I want to say is that at some point I was invited, after I've been speaking light language and having these experiences and having activations and downloads and experiencing things that were not possible to my rational mind. I mean, that was just like out of scope. And then suddenly I got invited, and I was clearly receiving the message that I have to share this with the world. I have to speak light language. I have to help people activate their hearts through using, of course, in my programs and everything, all of my coaching skills and all that I know, and doing light language activations and so much more that is coming through. And share the transmissions that I've received. And I'm like, fuck. Like literally, I was like, no way, I'm not going to share this openly. I'm not going to talk about that. But you know, of course, I was pretty soon more than invited to do that. But also what I realized was, hey, wait a second, this is full-on ego trip. I mean, if I've experienced all these things with light language, and I'm not ready to share that, I'm not ready to tell people, hey, I can support you in activating your heart or opening your heart. I can support you through light language. I'm holding back, and I want to contribute to a better world. And light language has opened up dimensions you could never imagine if you've never experienced it. And I couldn't. I mean, maybe you can, but I couldn't imagine. And so, if I don't share this gift, I'm holding back, and I'm not contributing to a better world. Because I can bring in so much healing and so much transmutation and so much transformation through that I could not do otherwise. And so here I was at the point, I have to share this. And you cannot imagine how many fears came up. But they didn't show up as fears. They came up, you know, that mind that comes and tells you, are you crazy to share things like that? Your customers from the corporate world, they will never ever book you again. You're gonna lose all of your job. Maybe this is just a spleen. Maybe this is just a crazy imagination of yours. Maybe it's all not true. How can you share that? Your friends are gonna turn their back on you. I've had thoughts and thoughts and thoughts like that. People are gonna all unsubscribe from your list. Well, you know what the truth is? Yes, some people will unsubscribe from your list if you experience things that you haven't shared before and you start sharing them. But others will subscribe. Others will come into your life, and it doesn't matter if they subscribe or unsubscribe. It's just a mirror, you know, when you start seeing through 3D, the list is not that important. It's like the mirror of people leaving your life and people coming into your life. And that happens with every transformation. So it's not different. And so maybe to share with you how I did it, I did 2 videos. Both of them I did not share. And it was interesting because I was so much still in that fear consciousness. The videos turned out, I mean, the words were okay, but I had these strange noises. One time the wind was blowing so strong that you would understand me, but it was so disturbing that nobody would ever listen to that video, I think. Maybe that was just my mind again, but it was really disturbing. I tried 4 or 5 times to listen, and after 2 minutes I would just put it away. No, I can't listen to this. And the other time, what happened is that I just found, no way, you're not even present, you're not even here, and then there was another sound coming in. So that was actually me not wanting really to share. And then at some point I just realized I have to, because this is what my calling is. And if I don't share now, I will share I don't know when. I'm just losing time. So sometimes, yes, I worked on my fears as well, for those who are interested to know how I got over the fear. And sometimes there's a point where we just have to jump in. it's just like today when I was on that rock. My son wanted to jump off a high rock, and at first I was standing up there, yeah, I'm gonna jump too, and I stood up there and I looked down and I'm like, am I really gonna jump? And I just heard my son saying, Mom, courage, and then just jump. And it was so cute because it was exactly what happened to me in this process. It was another beautiful mirror. So, or synchronicity, or whatever you want to call it. So yes, I just jumped. I wrote a post and I just posted it. And even though I didn't have a fully 100% clear feeling of, yay, I'm posting this and I'm so excited, it was more of, oh my God, okay, I know, I'm just doing it. It's okay, I know in my heart it's the right thing to do. So I posted it, and I posted another one. And now I'm sharing this video with you. So if you want to make an impact, and if you have a message to share, if you want a message to be, if you have a message, to be heard, and if you can contribute to a better, more peaceful, more harmonious, more healed life or world or society or family, I strongly invite you to share, because we can only co-create the place we want to live in if we are open to share. The times where we were burnt as witches are over. This is just old residue, and you can let go of that. You don't need to think about it or if your karmic stuff around this. It's just allowing it to release and informing yourself. Put your hands on your heart and say, like, this is over. I have no reason to be scared. I survive. I'm safe to share my truth. And allow this to process a bit, and do that a few times, and then just go and share in a way that you can share. It's not about running around and telling everybody, I'm not doing that. I'm not running along the beach and going like, hey, I'm speaking light language. Hey, I could help you. Going to the supermarket, telling the cashier, hey, would you like to get some light language? It's not about that. It's just about, if that's my work, being open about what I'm doing. And so, one, talk to yourself, inform yourself that you're safe, that it's okay, breathe through the fear, and sometimes there's a point where you just have to jump off the cliff. And if you'd like some support around that, I'm very happy to support you. You can reach out to me on nathealing.net. Also, I have a beautiful Facebook group where you can ask questions. It's called Love Your Life with Nat Healing. And it's all about living from the heart and co-creating a beautiful world. And also, if you want personal support, please reach out to me. I'll post a link. If you're watching this at Facebook, on Facebook, I will post a link underneath where you can schedule a call with me so we can chat and see how we resonate with each other for personal support. So I'm wishing you a beautiful, beautiful day or evening or night or wherever you are. And thank you very much for listening, and talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.